Some people think that you can just pop up and start preaching just anytime you want to. Man can jump up and say a lot of words. Just like you said, brother, it's not seasoned with the Spirit of God. It's like salt that has no taste. It's just salt. When God blesses, I'd rather preach as I've often said, is to eat the best meal I ever eat. God laid a charge on us a long time ago to preach the gospel. And He wants us to tell men and women that there's a heaven to gain and a hell to shun. And I could tell you that as a young man, I didn't experience a lot of stuff that some people have experienced. But I was still lost. Brother Jerry, and still headed down to the hell that the worst man in the world has gone. I heard an old preacher preach. He said there's kings there. There's queens there. Presidents, vice presidents, and there's poor people there. But I'm glad that when the Lord visited me that I said, here I am, Lord. And He let me know that I was lost and undone and headed down to that lake of fire. And I saw what it is that I could get out of there and not have to go. Some say just believe in me. It's more than just believing. Because it seems like I believed all my life ever since I was a child. There's more to it. You can do it all you want to with the mind. And many have sought that way. But there's a part of man, the heart, the Bible even speaks about, calls it that. It said, for with the heart if man believe unto righteousness, with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. It has to come from the heart. And from Adam to the last man who lives, I'm sure of this, that God will visit them. And they have to make a choice. But I'm glad that there is a God that thought enough of me that He sent His only begotten Son. That whosoever would believe in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. And that's believing from the heart. Repenting of his sins. My thought this evening was, as I sat there, it was run through my mind several times, without the shedding of blood, there'd be no remission for sin. By the disobedience of Adam was sin pronounced upon us all. We have to die the physical death, but we don't have to die the death of the soul. Listen. Why? Because in Isaiah, the Lord said it like this. He said, come, let us reason together, saith the Lord. Yeah. Though your sins be as scarlet, I make them white as wool. Yeah. Though they be red like crimson, I make them white as snow. Can you remember that feeling, Brother Jerry?
Yeah.
I do.
Go back to that time often.
Lost and dark and headed down to the devil's hell. The Lord started dealing with me, and I began to cry out to Him. I'm lost. Have mercy on me. He washed me, Brother Jerry. Not on the outside, as you began to talk about the water baptism. Listen, but He washed me inside with His blood. He made my mind go back through the ages and see And I thought of an old man. The Bible said that sat by the seat of, by the gate of a city.
Mm-hmm.
And God called to him and said, get up. And he believed God, and it was imputed to him as righteousness. The Bible calls him the father of faith, Abraham. Abraham, get up out of this land. I got somewhere for you to go. Children, what is it crying today? Come ye up out of the land of sin. I got somewhere where you can go. Listen, my thoughts went how that Abraham moved out and God showed him where to go. And listen, this man in today's time would have been a millionaire. But listen, it didn't take that to get him where he needed to go. Listen, but God told him, Abraham, I'm going to give you and Sarah a son. Listen, I want to tell you, friend, listen, you can be good to your neighbors, and you can do all these things that you think is right in your mind. But if you've not had the experience of the born-again experience down in your soul, it won't do you any good, and all these things are good. Oh, listen, said you shall have a son by the promise, and his name would be Isaac. Well, listen, to go on with the story. After Isaac was born and got up to be a pretty good sized boy, God called to Abraham again. Abraham, I want you to take your son up on Mount Moriah there, and I want you to sacrifice him up to me. And oh, no doubt it bothered him much because he loved Isaac. But he followed what God had told him. Oh, listen, children, if you'll follow what God will tell you,
take care of you.
You'll never go on the wrong way. Oh, listen, why? Because God doesn't do the wrong thing. No. He's always been right. Abraham, will you bring your son out here and sacrifice him unto me? Listen, I've often said, Isaac was in like passion as I was. Listen, and God required that of man, friend. Come and serve me, did he say that? For I am God, and besides me, there is none other. Oh, listen, I see as Abraham loaded his donkeys up with wood. Listen, and carried the fire in his hand, and the servant that went with him. Can't you see the picture of the sun as they began to take their journey out there? Oh, friend, we're on a journey. And there's a time in your life, if it's not happened already, that God is going to come by your way. Reach out and take him by the hand. Listen, you'll find he's the best thing that's ever happened to mankind. And listen, Abraham started out his journey, and the young lad said, oh, here is the wood, here is the fire, where is the sacrifice? Oh, but Abraham knew something. He said, God shall prepare for himself a sacrifice. Oh, and he followed on. Listen, and when he stopped, he said, now you stay here, servant. and you take care of the animals. Me and the lad's gonna go there and worship. Oh, listen, and we shall return. Listen, he took his only son out there and he laid him upon an altar. Listen, and he drew his knife, Brother Jerry, to take his life. If I got my just reward, I'd spend eternity in hell. But there was a God that loved me so much, that he gave his son in my place. Listen, he said, stay thy hand and do thy son no harm. Listen, for God has prepared a sacrifice. And he turned and there was a ram hung by its horns in the bushes. Oh, listen, aren't you glad that God had mercy on mankind, friend? Listen, without him, we'd all be lost. But listen, can't you take the trip down into Egypt, friend? What did he cost them? They had to do something. When the death angel was coming over, I'm glad the blood's been applied to me, and it's washed me white and clean, and saved me from my sins. Oh, listen, Moses, take them in the house, take the blood of lamb, apply it over the door, and down each side, that when the death angel comes by, he'll pass over you. Oh, listen, children, it takes the blood of the Lamb of God to save mankind. Listen, many received it today, but many and more has not received it, Brother Jerry. Oh, listen. Oh, listen, friend. He said, without the shedding of blood, there to be no remission for sin. Oh, listen, the law done nothing. Listen, but condemn. The sacrifice that the high priest made under the law could only stay sin-free. Oh, but God gave his only begotten Son, who came down from heaven to this lowland here called the earth. Why did he come? Because he loved his creation that he made. He loves you, and he loves you today. He gave his only Son for me and you, that we might have the right to go to heaven. What we do with it now is up to us, children. Oh, listen. Oh, John said that he was out on an island on the Lord's day, and in the Spirit, and he drew him up into heaven, and there he said he saw books, listen, with seals on them. Listen, and said, who is worthy to loose this seal and look thereon? I'm glad today that the seal has been loosened, and we have an opportunity to have our names wrote in the Lamb's Book of Life. What is he wrote there with? It's wrote with the blood of his dear Son, the Lamb of God. It said a search was made through the heavens. It made on the earth, it made beneath the earth. They could find nobody worthy to loose the seals of their own. It said John began to weep. He began to cry. Oh, I'm glad today. It don't matter how good you are or how bad you are. It takes the blood of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to cleanse us from all sin, friend. Listen, it said John turned, and what did he see? The voice spoke to him. Weep not, John. Oh, the Lion from the tribe of Judah has prevailed. Who is this Lion? It's Jesus Christ, friend. Oh, they took him. They scourged his back. Listen, and said that his visions were mine. Listen, if you looked on him, if you know him, you would have recognized who he was. Oh, they crowned his head with a crown of thorns. Listen, the blood ran down, no doubt, and it stained the robe that he had on. Oh, they laid a cross upon his back. He marched up Calvary's hill, and there they laid him upon that cross. They drove the nails in his hands and in his feet. They stood him up. Listen, it said the joints came out of place. When they stood that cross. Oh, listen. But I love what he said from that old cross. He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Oh, listen, children, do we really know what he done? I've experienced it. I know my sins were many, but he washed me and made me white in his blood. I drank from the fountain of the living water. I'll never thirst again. I'll eat the bread that came down from heaven. His name is Jesus. Listen, and I'll never hunger again. Oh, he said, you fathers have eaten manna in the wilderness, and they are dead. But if you eat of this bread, you shall never die. Oh, listen, can you remember children that are saved when God saved you and set you free? It was his blood that washed you and made you clean. Listen, as he hung there, listen, they said that he was numbered among the transgressors. Listen, there was a thief on one side, and there was a thief and murder on the other side. Listen, and it said that one cried out and said, if you be the Son of God, and you say you got all this power, in other words, save yourself and get us down there also, and that the nature of man to cry out there. Listen, he don't want his needs. Listen, he wants his wants. Listen, but I'll tell you what this, that thief, listen, that was on the other side, spoke from his heart, Brother Jerry. Listen, he told the other one to be quiet, for this man had done nothing. Listen, worthy of this dead. Listen, and he turned to him and he said, Lord, when you come into your kingdom, will you remember me? I'm glad today, June the 24th and 79, he remembered me, he washed me, king of heaven wrote my name in the Lamb's Book of Life. He wrote it with the blood that he shed on Calvary. I can't understand this. Listen, you'll think the rest of your life, and you'll never understand it. Why? Because we've not yet experienced the full love of God. Listen, but like a Abraham, I've experienced enough and it's keeping me traveling on this journey. I'm singing a city down here. But I'm singing a city. The builder and maker is eternal in the heavens. I don't have to go to hell today because God loved me. And His only begotten Son that I don't have to go. Ain't that wonderful?
Amen.
Listen, I don't care what you've done.
He died for you.
He died for you.
Yes, he did.
He's still in your heart. Listen over many things. He still deals with mine over things. Go to him. But he's the one that shed his blood that we might have eternal life, that we might be washed our sins away. Mine were many, but he took them. And I was a young man, 19 years old. He took them and cast them into the sea, never more from them against me. He cast them as far as the east is from the west. Listen, it never meets. East and west never meets. Yeah, north and south does. They got a pole on each end. But east and west never meets. He took it away. He took it away. I'm glad that I'm clean today. His blood
Through the blood.
has done that. Without him shedding the blood, we wouldn't have a right. It was true life. True life. There'd be no way, no hope for us. How many animals was they sacrificed to stay yourself for 1 year? Jesus became that
Pure
lamb. He became that high priest. He gave his life and he sacrificed it for me and you. We ought to be happy people. We ought to rejoice. Every word that comes out of our mouth should Jesus. Thank God. He's got a great name. People don't realize it. I hear them using it in vain and everything else. He's got a great name. His name is above every name. God has given that to him. His only begotten Son. He was that ram that was hung in the bushes for me. I deserved death. God, being the ruler over all things, could have killed me. And I've been destined for death. But he loved me. He was that lamb of Johnson, slain from the foundations of the world. He was that lamb that they killed and put the blood on the doorposts.
Represent the same.
He was that lamb that hung on the cross of Calvary.
Amen.
The one and only lamb that forgave all sin. It didn't stay forever, for just a day. It stayed forever.
Yes, amen.
It'll never be accounted to me again.
No.
I've never had to pray for that again. I pray for God to help me with my mistakes. Yeah. I make mistakes, make adults, all that. But I'll never have to be born again. I've already had that.
Yeah.
And ain't that a blessing?